My Red Nation. Trying to get this technical difficulties. Come on. So we got. There you go. See. Yes, it'll be a tough weekend. Raiders got to win this Sunday to actually show everybody that they're the real deal. They got to beat Dolphins. Last time they played Dolphins took them out. Remember that game against that long this 10 and one of those guys. Anyways, the quarterback took them out.
All of that.
Let's see.
Look, this is the game of the week for a reason, fellas. I mean, the defending Super Bowl champs and a Rams team still hearing a little bit of those scars of that Super Bowl loss not that long ago. But before we get to the game pick,
until you get there, there you go.
Just hold it for a minute. Let's start with a little game analysis. Brady and Stafford.
Welcome back to Good Morning Football. Hours away, the countdown to Thursday night action. Week 3 kicking off. Man, the season is flying. But
see what Stephen A. has to say about this.
Every night we've stayed.
There you go. What's Stephen A? Oh, yeah, Stephen A.
I want big gators. I want a lot of orange. We're going to work on getting that overnighted.
Are you sure Tim's going to be here tomorrow? He's going to be sipping up?
Oh, Tim is absolutely going to be here and take those victory laps, sprinting around you. All right, on that note.
You're supposed to be down for me. You know that, right? You're supposed to be, I'm supposed to be your boy. I'm just saying.
I always am. But you know I always got to hate on all your sports teams. This is way too much fun. That's what sports fans do. That's part of it. Yeah, it's going to be a rough day. Are you going to do an orange shirt? What are you going to do with that?
I have no idea, but I know he got me, though. He told me they were going to be.
We're wrong.
Florida shocked the hell out of me. I wasn't joking there. Yeah. I really expected them to get wrong. Yeah. I was laughing when they were down 21-3. I said, just need one more score. It was the first quarter. How am I supposed to know? They're going to get out 26-10 the last 3 quarters. I can't believe it.
The bet was 3 touchdowns.
I honestly was being actually nice. I actually was going to predict they were going to lose by 30. I was that confident. Florida showed me something. I got to stand down. The Florida Gators, they showed up. I was very impressed with them last Saturday. I really was.
And I watched that whole game with the catcher. That's my Sam Darnold and the undefeated Panthers traveled to H-Town hoping to shut down Davis Mills and the Texans and move to a perfect 3-0 Mills. The third-round pick out of Stanford steps in for Tyrod Taylor, who's out with a hammy. Carolina has had solid quarterback play from Darnold. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey is a beast, and their defense is for real. Let's take a look here at some undefeated teams through the season's first 2 weeks. These squads have a couple notable similarities. One being they all missed the postseason during the 2020 season. Always parity in the NFL. Louis Riddick joining us now. Dan obviously is still here. Stephen A., what surprise 2-0 team are you buying the most?
I'm buying the Carolina Panthers. I really am. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me pump the brakes just a touch because Mr. Chippendales is in the house. He's blessing us with his presence because he's wreaking havoc on Monday
Night Football. Always hate on him? I think Louis looks
he always got the collar open, trying to look like the Mac Daddy.
I feel you.
But he's
okay. Let's see what Max Kellerman has to say about the prediction. Raiders against Dolphins.
Statistically, that's it. We're ready for the next down. What do I have to signal?
Third down.
Third down. What does God say? Dolphins at Raiders, 4:05 p.m.
This game should go to the Raiders, but the Miami Dolphins are coming in with Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is a capable quarterback in the National Football League. We saw what he did in the short stint in New England. We saw what he did a little bit of time he spent in Indy. It's going to be interesting, though. If they somehow go to Las Vegas and pull this game off with Jacoby Brissett and the offense looks better than it did under Tua, when Tua gets back off his injury, are we looking at an Andy Dalton, Justin Fields type situation? Jacoby Brissett, Tua, I can win with him and be fine, opposed to a guy that we keep pushing off as our savior at quarterback. It'll be real interesting to see how they respond to Jacoby Brissett, a veteran guy, again, who has won games in this league that I think is very, very talented still at the quarterback spot. I just feel like the quarterback spot is an open mystery. for the Miami Dolphins now. I don't think that Brian Flores is committed to anybody. Tua, Jacoby Brissett, yeah, we could win this game potentially. I see the spread is only, 3.5 points for the Raiders. Look, I think they can cover. But all I'm saying is that if you're Brian Flores, you're like, play it up. Let's play it open. Let's see who wants to take the starting position for this team.
If this injury could already end the kind of thought of Tua in his career this early. Like, that means the jury's kind of filing in on Tua already. Like, he needs something, and this injury is not helping.
He needs to play so people can see
I
it.
really like the Raiders here. The Raiders not only beat the Ravens at home, and they got the W, then they went on the road and got it against Pittsburgh. I like.
Doesn't this seem like the perfect setup game, though, for the Raiders? Look, all the expectations. Look what they've done on the road. Beat the Steelers, beat the Ravens. Then they lose to the Dolphins at home.
Oh, no.
Fourth down. We don't have much time, guys. Bucks at Rams.
This game is a potential preview of the NFC.
Yeah. Not what I want to hear, but see what else we got. Where's this dude at? There you go.
Has fractured his ribs. He is out on Sunday. Jacoby Brissett will get the nod. Marcus Spears back with us. Miami plays the Raiders in Vegas on Sunday. Marcus, your reaction to this?
This bothers me a lot, y'all. And it bothers me because Tua Tagovailoa is about to get the injury-prone tag associated to him. And it's unfortunate. He dealt with the injuries, obviously, in Alabama. We knew the injury that he was coming off of with his hip coming out of college, and now you have a rib fracture. And look, let me say this, because people get it misconstrued when they think you're talking bad. Tua takes hits. He holds the ball. Obviously, this particular situation, and you can call it an anomaly, right, with his ribs being fractured this go-around. But it's a part of his career now. It's something that people are going to have to start paying attention to. Stephen A., I don't know if you remember, but we had this same discussion with OBJ. And I was like, at what point do teams start to say, this guy's injury prone? We may not have him. His availability may be in question. So with Tua in his young, early career, this scares me a lot about how people's perception of him will be.
Let me say this to you, and I like Tua Tagovailoa a lot. I don't get of him will be. Let me say this to you, and I like Tua Tagovailoa a lot. I don't give a damn about the point that you just made. He's not that priority in my mind right now. He's completed 54% of his passes this year, relatively average and pedestrian, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, nothing to brag home about, has been nothing to brag home about dating back to last year. Why is that relevant to me, Swagoo? Because I'm thinking about the brothers, Brian Flores and Chris Greer. Both know, Swagoo, that right now, the NFL analysts we have,
That Tua would turn into
and it's better. So we don't disagree. I'm totally with you. I'm just saying that it wasn't as clear.
Yeah, isn't it? Let's see. Let's try this one. See if I get information about Raiders. Some positive feedback.
Stephen A., what surprise 2-0 team are you buying the most?
I'm buying the Carolina Panthers. I really am. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me pump the brakes just a touch because Mr. Chippendales is in the house. He's blessing us with his presence because he's wreaking havoc on Monday
Why
Night
do you
Football.
all always hate on him? I think
I'm
Lewis
just
looks
saying, he
clean.
always got the collar open, trying to look like the Mac Daddy. The
Lewis,
whole
do
thing.
you?
But he's earned it. He's got a beautiful family, of course. And by the way, he's doing phenomenal job on Monday Night Football. Love listening to you. But here's the deal, okay? The Carolina Panthers, I will bow down to this. They did play the Jets.
Stephen A., what surprise 2-0 team are you?
I know. They didn't have anybody else that looked like that in recent memory.
Some people are going to say I'm a homer. I'm going to say this, though. What's going on in Vegas, what's going on with the Raiders right now is special. I think this is different. I think this, in year 4, is their time now. Now is their time. And I think for one reason primarily to begin with, and then it will filter from there. And that's because of this. This truly, no matter what we try to make it out to be as far as the relationship between John Gruden and Derek Carr, I can tell you this relationship is rock solid, and Derek is the future in Las Vegas. And there are going to be many people who believe John's always just looking for the next quarterback, and or Derek isn't that guy. He's not as good as Patrick. He's not as good as Aaron. He's not as good as Matthew Stafford or Russell Wilson or whoever it is. I can tell you this, though. This guy right now is in contention for MVP in the league after 2 weeks, if you want to start having that conversation. Why? Because he understands exactly what this offense is supposed to look like through the eyes of John Gruden. He has been given free reign at the line of scrimmage to do what he needs to do, like the best quarterbacks in the NFL are given. And this defense under Gus Bradley this year, they have built it front to back. Now the pass rush really does have some people who can actually get there. Max Crosby is having a career year. Yannick Ngakoue is going to have a career year. Denzel Perryman and KJ Wright bring in the experience in this defense to tie it all together. I'm telling you, look out for the Vegas Raiders now. Look out for them. And look out for Derek Carr in that MVP conversation.
Yeah, Lewis, I agree with that. Stephen A., in regards to the Panthers and Sam Darnold, it's weird because I was told by everybody he sucked, and he doesn't seem to suck anymore. The Raiders, I love. I'm taking the Denver Broncos. The moment they traded for Teddy Bridgewater, I thought that's a playoff football team with Teddy Bridgewater. And we're talking about the Raiders having a good defense. We're talking about the Carolina Panthers having a good defense. Teddy Bridgewater's balling right now. He's always been this type of player. And, Lewis, you noticed that has been incredibly smart. We've always thought Teddy Bridgewater was this really intelligent player. He's going to go to the right place with the football, but he was physically limited. And for my opinion, the physical has caught up to the mental. You're watching Teddy move around like a big-time athlete. You're watching him push the football downfield with explosion with their pieces. Noah Fant is a big-time player. Cortland Sutton is a big-time. Hamler's a great player. Wait till Jerry Jeudy gets back. So I think there's as diverse as an offense.
It's a short week and getting used to a regular season week.
We got that right there. Let's see what we got. Let's see what Randy Moss explains.
Mike Vrabel and OC tied down. And, man, when you went into the halftime, I didn't know how y'all was going to do it. Boom! 187 yards from scrimmage in overtime in the second half by my man Derrick Henry. But guess what? The offensive line came to play. Taylor Lewan went down. His replacement. And as you can see, hey, Randy Bullock, way to seal it for your team. Great win for you, Coach Vrabel. I see you can't fish.
Sam Darnold, how does it feel to have a top 10 defense and a plan? Right here, real quick, we'll comment. By the Jets. Congratulations to Sam.
Yeah, you're right. Sam looks outstanding. Allow me to reintroduce the man known as Derek Carr. There was a point in time where his own head coach didn't even want him as the quarterback, but he's come out and he's showing you, you know what? I can throw the football deep. I can make plays. He's thrown for over 800 yards so far through 2 games. And what about that defensive line led by Max Crosby? The Raiders are starting to dominate a little bit, led by Derek Carr and a defense that was, dare I say, non-existent last season.
These were impressive wins.
Absolutely.
Really impressive wins. What stood out for you?
What stood out was Derek Carr.
Yes.
And Derek Carr has been held at bay by the team, by management, and by John Gruden for a number of years without, he wants a contract. Everyone in the league, a quarterback wants to be the guy.
Right.
Last night I heard John Gruden after the game tell him, here, listen to John Gruden real quick, we'll comment.
I just let his performance speak for itself. I've been clamoring about Derek Carr since I've been here, so hopefully he gets some recognition for doing what he did today. He had some long drives. He was big again at the end of the game against 2 great defenses 2 weeks in a row, and it's a big reason why we've been able to win.
Well, go ahead after that sound.
First of all, I like John. Of course we do. We love John. That's a lie. Because ever since John Gruden has always wanted a quarterback that can extend plays and throw the football down the field. And Derek Carr hasn't been doing that. So he can say that I'm sitting up here and I've been in love with Derek Carr. That's a lie. Now, what he's in love with is the way that Derek Carr is playing right now. But don't fool America saying that you've always been infatuated about John.
We talked last week, what would Derek Carr need? He's a pleaser. He wants to have John Gruden love him. And John Gruden can only love him one way. tell him that you are my quarterback. I have a 10-year contract. I have 6 left. And Derek Carr, I want you to ride with me for those 6 years. And he can do a lot for the whole organization by telling Derek Carr that right now, not tomorrow, right now. Tell him, Derek, you're my guy for the next 6 years. And they toyed with the idea of going after Tom Brady when Tom Brady was a free agent. They toyed with the idea of making a play for Aaron Rodgers. They backed off both because they like Derek Carr enough. And now Derek Carr has stepped up to the point where he's playing as well as anybody. They did not back off enough and like him enough to give him a contract to tell him and their whole team, you're our guy. But we believe in you. Like this all year. So it has to be all year.
There was listen.
Well, I don't know. They're not going to do it right now. So it's still a tryout. He's still in tryout phase.
The point being, Gruden has never met a quarterback that he didn't like. When Kyler Murray was coming out, they went and worked out Kyler Murray. So he's fascinated with not just the quarterback that he has, but with the next quarterback. And Derek Carr, I think, is tired of that. And to your point, why don't they go ahead and reward him? He's making $25, $26 million a year. He deserves to be in the $40 million tier.
If you want the Raiders to be great this year, why? Because if you ask him, you hold them to stay apart. Randy, if you were Derek Carr, you didn't have the contract. The whole team's looking for you to be the leader, but yet you haven't been the vote of confidence. How do you get the best out of yourself? How do you get the best out of the team? You can't lead from authority.
Well, let me say this about Derek Carr. I don't know what the future holds for him as far as his contract, but I'm gonna talk about what I saw yesterday in his performance. Week 1, we were there. 19 targets to Waller. Yeah. For him to be able to find different targets, to be able to find the game, to make it happen. There's another tight end, Foster Monroe. Get used to his name, number 87, and Henry Ruggs being able to take the top off the defense. So whatever's going on in Oakland prior to this season, Derek Carr's on the mention, Steve, contract or not, he's leading that team.
Can they give him a contract, Adam?
Well, could they tell him today? Sure, they can do anything they want. But again, what difference would it make if they rewarded him right now or waited to see how he played this season?
It's job security.
Well, why do they have to give that to him right now?
He's been playing without it for 3 years. He's a kid that needs that vote of confidence.
Hasn't slowed him down the first 2 weeks.
Here's what John wants to see.
3 years.
Here's what John wants to see. He wants to see him extend plays, protect the ball. A little more magic, like Lamar. Extend plays, protect the ball. He does that.
He'll get a contract.
He's been doing it. Yep.
Nothing matches this place for mystique. Guys like golf, they love experiencing the match.
And there you have it, guys. Raider Nation. Just want you guys to hear how the Raider Nation is doing this year so far. Let's go see what the hell the TikTok world has for us. Give a second. I know it's so cheesy, but you know what? One day everything will be right where I want it. For the meantime, let's try to pay some bills. Okay, let's go to TikTok, see what they got there. So far, like I said, Raider Nation, doing a great job. New city, new state.
I can do like a little copy slide. What? You're selling your house? Are you guys moving out of state? Matt, what the heck? I followed you, so I'll be kept up to date from now on at least.
What we got?
Yeah, just clean Joby. This one. You guys take this. Take two. Thanks, Angela. Thank you, Steve. Much appreciated.
One more day.
Thank you for following me. What did you say to yourself? was that sad? Let me get more Bible. Wait. Let me cover one. It's from the finding. Is it? Oh. Is that how it goes? The two things. Oh, the phone, so you know, it's two things. Hello, Chaparrito. This is Rick. Chaparrito. Or is it Rick? This is Here's Johnny. No. I'm from Cali.
Cali.
Is this like the regular? Oh, no wonder I thought I looked weird. You can see this is the original filter. Where are you from? Edo Sheesh. Right now it's 5 a.m. Stay safe on here. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you need to go to sleep. Get your rest. I'm probably gonna stay up for like 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Cause I'm kind of tired, but like, I don't know. Bye, Jake. I just had a 20-year-old hit on me and then gave me a phone number after I said I was 16. Bro, they really don't care. Like, it's crazy how they're like willing to catch a case. Like, bro, I've had so many encounters. Like, oh my god, I used to hate walking over school because I would always get catcalled. But she was so, and I would have my backpack on, so it's like they would know it was underage, you know? I'm so sorry that happening, bro. I miss you. Hey, William. Bro, they are. Like, they get no fucks. Like, they dead ass. Like, dead ass. Why you guys following me? Like, why you see my forehead? And the last. What's up, San Antonio? YouTube. Oh, that's good enough. People weird, hello. Yeah. You're stuck up for 11 viewers. How am I stuck up? I'm literally just smiling and moving my camera. How does that make me stuck up? Because I have makeup on? I usually don't have makeup on. If you join my live consistently, you'd know that, but you don't. And if you want to continue to be rude, Ramon 16, you can leave. Don't need you on my live. Come to Cali. Dude, Cali's expensive, bro. San Antonio here. That's badass. What's up, San Antonio? You look like let's do makeup. Really? Oh, that's cool. It's Cali. It's like California. Oh, that's badass though. I would want to go to Cali.
All right, sweetie. All right.
See, so we're nobody excited here. I listened to George. I listened to Joe Rogan earlier. He said that there was a video of some lady that her heart beating out of her body by the table. Something like that.
You know, that's cute. standing still. And that feast down. Ask him anybody plays with it. Does anybody play rollerball? Are you afraid that you need something in it?
I'm trying to find if anybody has how to upgrade a Dodge Charger. It's going to 2008 Dodge Charger RP hood. Heavy hood. That's what it is. That would look new though. Anyway, 2008. Damn it. Let's see. New oil on tires. I'm getting bored. Let's go with this guy. He died. Look at this shit. Hey, my damn duck died. Let's see, let me find this. There we go. Let's go YouTube. My back is killing me. Anyway, so yeah. It's like half an hour already, so I'll let you guys go for now because I don't know what I'm doing. All right, talk to you later.